Wow, interesting indeed. And you wonder why then concerns are raised time and again about time wasting in court. Not saying that this was a time waster, but surely the court could have dealt with this in a much speedier way. But anyway.
I'm trying to find the right words. I'm trying to be kind. I'm trying to be compassionate, and I'm trying to be understanding of somebody else's perception. But then I realized, what do you mean handcuffs? It's not handcuffs, Oli, okay? It's on the feet. And I'm assisting you here by showing you Kelly Smith, Jocelyn Smith's mother, who literally breaks down because of those very leg irons. She has no cushion. And at the end of this walk, funny enough, this is actually from Newsroom Africa. So I'm sure if you look through your archives, you'll be able to see this footage, and you'll see the full footage. I didn't post the part that shows the blood because that's against YouTube policies, but they screened it. So, and you can see that the inspection in loco was done within 4 days. 4 days of the trial beginning. And I've told you guys so many times how Judge Ndimi just woke up and said, okay, we're going for the local inspection now. That's literally how it happened. But to listen to two men talk about another man who said he was in pain due to the leg irons, and listen to them dismiss him and say it is a waste of time. So in other words, what they're saying is that the accused number 3, should have just sucked it up and came to court because he was wasting the court's time. Never mind his constitutional rights. Never mind the pain. Never mind the scars. Those of you who joined me on the live, thank you so much. I also spoke about possibility of infections. I mean, it's not like prisons are the most sanitary conditions. Now you have an open wound, untreated, constantly coming to court every day, which means it's constantly going to be infected, constantly going to be, it's not going to heal. I can't believe the level of lack of compassion. I would have been okay if they spoke about how it happened in court, what transpired, and left the opinions out. Leave the opinions for Abondaba, because then you're going to leave the rest of us jobless, okay? But for mainstream media, and I know because I see it in my comment section, some people don't watch the main court, the entire sitting. They don't. And they rely on mainstream media to give them that 10-minute analysis of what happened in court, what's the meat of it all. But to sit and listen to two men saying, oh no, the entire day was just about accused number 3. He actually gave an ultimatum to the judge, to the court, to say without the leg cushions, he's not coming to court. As if to say, how dare he? How dare he even consider his own rights? How dare he? In the interest of time, in the interest of his own justice. He's the accused, by the way. So who is he delaying? He is the accused, FYI. But it's just so dismissive, in my opinion, inhumane, lack of compassion. But do you blame them? I mean, do you blame them? You do see that this was orchestrated by the higher ups. It was orchestrated by the higher ups.
Unable to give him any instructions. He raised concerns about accused number 3's condition, saying it makes it difficult to proceed with the case. This follows a directive from the area commissioner who ordered that no sponge protection under the handcuffs should be allowed for inmates. This is after an offender at Bavian Sport Prison escaped. Let's get the context now as to exactly what happened here. Linda Mnisi is with us to explain all of the above. Linda, good evening to you. Firstly, let's understand accused number 3's condition. Why was he in so much pain? What is the problem?
I'm going to spare you the details. Of course, Linda Mnisi also says, well, accused number 3 was in pains. I don't know what it is about the word pains that has everybody, well, the judge and now also the reporter, highly focused on that. Honestly, it was not a big deal for me. It was not a deal breaker for me. You listen, you don't judge, you keep it moving. And you understand what he's talking about. What do you want to understand about pain? Pain is pain. And pain is also subjective, by the way. What might be painful to you might not be painful to me. Did you ever think about that? So if he says he is in pain, that is it. He is in pain. He's not trying to buy time. Buy time for what? Someone left a comment and said, why would he run away after taking the chains off? He's about to sue the state for everything it's got. And I agree with that comment. So he's not going anywhere, okay? He's staying inside Phakathi within. But he continues on along that footpath. And let me also let you listen to this part.
Above, Linda, good evening to you. Firstly, let's understand accused number 3's condition. Why was he in so much pain? What is the problem?
So, well, you know that the accused, when they come to court, they usually are in leg irons. And the issue here is that they were informed by the head of the BMAX facility at the Kgosi prison that there's a directive which was given which says that they need to remove the sponges from their leg irons, which basically shields them against the pain of the leg iron. And this follows, like you read in your intro, the escape of another prisoner at a different facility. This is now a directive that was given by an area manager. But this morning, the court heard that MTHOBISI MNCUBE, the alleged gunman, also known as accused number 3 in this matter, refused to come to court without those shielding pads on his leg irons. And what we know, or what the court was told, was that they then had to lift him up and bring him to court. You would have seen today, proceedings took a while to start. There was a delay. And because accused number 3 had not arrived in court.
Can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
What about the others?
So you'd recall that, the accused, Fiso Nduli, who's also accused number 5, is also kept in the very same facility. He came to court, albeit with the same concerns that these, shielding pads had to be removed. But in the case of accused number 3, he then could not or did not want to come to court, saying that if he did not have those shields, then he would not come to court. I want us to take a listen to the head of the facility there, the head of the BMAX Center at the Kgosi prison, explaining to the court that directive.
What's important to understand is that MTHOBISI MNCUBE is not acting on behalf of all other prisoners or all other accused. He's acting on behalf of his own rights. We are well aware that accused number 3 understands his own rights and will always fight for them and stand up for him. And fortunately for him, he's got Mzansi Unfiltered, okay, who does not play about human rights. We saw this in the solitary confinement case. So I don't understand why the reference to the other accused. In fact, referring to the other accused, don't just point out that accused number 5 also did not have the cushions on the leg irons, highlight that the others did. And we go back to the saying, some animals are more equal than others. Animal Farm, that's the book. Okay? Not referring to the accused as animals, that's a direct quote. So why does it make a difference that maybe Fiso Nduli was not in pain? For him, it was like, okay, cool, another day, another road trip, whatever, take me wherever, I've got 6 life sentences anyway, let's go. But for MTHOBISI MNCUBE, he has his own motivations for his own fights. Hence the need for, oh no, you're going to have to take me to a dentist to look for this gold teeth incision, because I've never had one. It's not a collective effort when it comes to their rights. Each one will decide what works for him. And accused number 3 said, oh no, I need those cushions. That's the only way I can survive. Let's continue listening on.
Okay.
Which we received on the 12th of July, 2025. And the instruction was based on the escape that took place at Bavianspoort,
Okay.
where the offender had the sponge and the cuffs on top. The offender took out the sponge, and the cuffs could easily get out of the leg, and the offender hit the official with those cuffs, and he escaped. Up until today, he was never found. So we only got instruction from our area commissioner, as Kgosi that we should not allow offenders to put in those sponges when they come to court.
All right. So the commissioner explaining this, and it sounds perfectly reasonable. This is a safety issue. The inmate who escaped has still not been found. And so, again, I ask you the question. I know you're going to throw to the bite of this accused lawyer. What makes him special? So the other, remember, it's 5 people accused here.
Yes.
So one person refuses to come to court because they don't have protection under the handcuffs. Were the others able to come to court without those sponges around these handcuffs? If your answer is yes, what makes number 3 special?
It's not about what makes number 3 special, and it is also not handcuffs. Focus, okay? It is leg irons. It goes on the legs by their ankles, and then they have to walk with them. And also the fact that there was another prisoner in another facility, what has that got to do with accused number 3 and his rights? Just because that prison facility failed to, first of all, keep that inmate inside Pagati within the prison, now it impacts everybody else. And I'll go back to my previous example, my previous video. Then, therefore, why do all the inmates still have mattresses? Because Thabo Bester bent down his mattress. With that said, let me know your thoughts with regards to mainstream media and how they translated, or should I say interpreted, or should I say perceived what happened in court today. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What did you understand about the proceedings today? Thank you so much for watching. That is it from me today. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll definitely catch you on my next upload. I look forward to it. Bye.